Okay, hello and welcome everyone to the Bandle City units tier list. We're going to be rating all the units from Bandle City, including the champions. We're going to be rating the champions last. A lot of cards to go through, so let's get started. Before actually we start, my general rating is going to be based on cost per stats and cost for effect, and I'll explain those more as we go through this. Lots of cards, so let's get started. We got S, A, B, C, D, F, and special. Special is going to be for probably mech cards, since you got it. They're you unlock them in a special way. You can't just add them to the deck. All right. Beard the Bell Ringer. When I'm summoned, plant a chime on the top card of your deck. 1 mana 2/1. Good stats. Nothing special, nothing crazy. I would probably put him at a B. Not A, B. Just slightly above average. Gloom Sprites. You all know I love Gloom Sprites. I think these are A. 1 mana 2/2 is great. This has to be taken care of, otherwise the impact stacks. And it can get pretty annoying. I love this card, especially against Elder Dragon. 1 mana 2/2, great. Great stats, great effect. The Inventive Chemist. When I'm summoned, summon a Scrappy Bomb. 1 mana 2/1. And then the Scrappy Bomb deals 1 to the enemy nexus. I think after 3 turns, or maybe it's 2 turns. I think I have a B tier. Very situational card if you want to activate Plunder or transformations and all that stuff. Also works well with Ziggs. A lot of decks like this card. B tier. And I will probably be changing some of these as we go through this, but for now we'll keep things the way they are. Myth the Thrift. When one or more of your traps or boons activate, plant 2 of it in the player deck. Can you guys see this? This isn't too zoomed out, right? I can zoom in more, but then the website won't work, won't let me scroll. But I'm sure most of you know how most of these cards work, unless you've never seen them before, like Yordle newbie. Okay, I've recently discovered Mr. Thrift is pretty insane with portals. 1 mana 0/3. You don't ever block with him. He's kind of a backline card. But very strong with portals. Very situational. The effect on this is very strong. So I think I put him at A tier. Like, you have to get rid of this card. Very, very similar to Gloom Sprite. If you let this, if the longer this card stays and does its thing, the bigger the problem it becomes. A tier. Otterpus. Mr. When I'm summoned, create a prank in hand. 1 mana 1/1. Horrible stats, but a tune, which is incredible. It's basically a free card. Which means you can still play your 6-cost spells at turn 3. Prank is also very annoying. Not only does it reveal 2 of the cards in the enemy's hand, but also somewhat messes them up. So A tier. Good card. Protoporo. 1 mana 1/1 impact. I think we put this at average. Or not average, but C tier. I might be shifting all of these down 1, but for now this feels good. 1 mana 1/1 impact. You don't run this. I mean, it's okay with again, transformation decks or plunder decks. And let me know if you guys disagree. I thought what? I think we'll put this at either B or C. I think B. think B. But again, this could change over time. Tornado Warrior, when I'm summoned, grants me 1 and a random keyword. I keep the stats and keywords when I'm recalled. This can get pretty out of hand. But you have to invest quite a bit onto this. Like, recall it and then return it and recall and return. I like the card, but man, is everything just going to be B tier? I think B tier. Most of these are going to be B tier. I think we put it at B tier. I do like this card. I kind of want to make more decks, make a deck with it, involving it. I guess we can throw it with Ari and stuff like that. Ari, Oswo. Just from Bandle. Yeah, we're doing Bandle City today. We'll keep it at B tier for now. Good card. Decent. You can hit elusive with this. You know, 1 mana, 2/1 elusive is fantastic. Alright. Yordle Newbie. When you summon another Yordle, give me +2 this round. 1 mana, 1/2. Bad stats. Turn 1, you can never drop another card, so I think this one's a D. Might be an F. Bad card, I think. No keywords either. You have to invest quite a bit for this to be somewhat viable, but no keywords makes it horrible. I think this is our first F tier. But it might change to D depending on how we go through this. I didn't prep this at all. I'm kind of winging it. But we'll keep it at F for now. Yordle Squire, 1 mana, 2/1. Decent stats. Create a tiny spear or tiny shield in hand. Tiny spear is a +1 grant. And the tiny shield is a +1 HP. The tiny spear is a +1 attack grant. And the tiny shield is a +1 HP grant. I like this card. I usually use it for discard. But the grant is amazing. I think I put her at A tier. Very good. A lot of cards would love this added. Discard decks would love this. Braum would love this card. It's such a huge buff for Braum from going 0/6 to 1/6. I think this card is S. Which one? The Yordle Newbie. Alright, Assistant Librarian. Faded. 2 mana, 2/2. Nexus Strike, draw a spell that costs 3 or less. Librarian. I don't think I grab this even if I go Pantheon. But, see, this can get out of hand, right? Nexus Strike, draw a spell that costs 3 or less. You can give this Faded. Or, not Faded, sorry. You can give this Elusive. With maybe the Sumpworks map. The last one. The Yordle Squire. S tier? Very few cards are going to be S tier, by the way. Let me just point that out. Very few cards. S tier is like beyond broken. Like carry the game by itself broken. But we'll see. Draw a spell that costs... I don't think I've ever played this card. But it's still... like a tiny investment puts her at 2 mana, 3/3. I think that's a good card. A tier. Even though I've never played it, it's a good card. It can get out of hand very quickly. If you invest quite... like the stats, if it was a 2 mana 1/1, it would definitely be like a C tier. But because the stats are good... well, stats are okay. I just realized it's not a 1 mana 2/2. It's a 2 mana 2/2. Maybe B tier. I think A tier. We'll keep it for A tier. Alright, Bandle Commando. 2 mana, 1/2. Elusive. Nexus Strike, a Hungry Owl Cat in hand. Very good card. A tier. 2 HP for a 2-cost elusive is like very, very tanky. For an elusive, this is very tanky. And then you just create infinite Hungry Owl Cats that are also very good cards. Very strong. Not S tier. A tier. Baby Charmander, Bitsy Lizard. Round end, if you've damaged the enemy nexus, this round transform me into Lava Lizard. I don't have the transformation card here, but Lava Lizard is at 3-4 with impact, right? All elusive should be F. No, we're not gonna roll that way. We're gonna be fair. So 2 mana, 1/2. Bad stats, obviously. But if you transform it, it becomes a 3-4 with impact, right? If I'm not mistaken. Very situational, B tier. If it transforms, it's a great unit. B tier. Blast Cone Seedling. Give me barrier this round or grant me impact. Great blocker. 2 mana, 2/2. Decent stats. Good stats. I think if a card is either at 2 mana, this is how I rate stats. 1 mana, it should be either 2/1 or 2/2 base. Then it's a good stats. At 2 mana, it should be either 2/2 or 2/3 or 3/2. Well, actually, sorry. It should be either 3/2 or 2/3. Then it's good stats. So 2 mana, 2/2 is a little bit on the low side. But because it can have barrier, I'm going to put it... Well, it can get out of hand. It can't get out of hand. Maybe these two should be down here, I think. I think Otterpuss... Actually, Otterpuss just stays here. Only because it's a tune. I think she goes down here. But I'll put her at the very beginning. So strong B. If it transforms really good with champs that target Nexus. If it transforms the Ivitzy Lizard. Yeah. Oh yeah, if it gets the Charmeleon. A very good blocker. Seedling, I think B tier. It can be useful even late game. Just for the barrier fact. Okay. Bomber Twins. When I'm summoning, create a random landmark that costs 2. Are the words too small, by the way, chat, or are they good? Again, I can't zoom in anymore. I hope they are. 2 mana, 3/2. Great stats. Create a random landmark that costs 2 or less. I think this is our first C. The stats are good. A random landmark, like there's so many landmarks. Can't really. It's such a hit or miss. It's small, but it's okay because you read them. Okay, yeah. That's good to hear. Yeah, I think this is our first C. I don't think I even run this when I go Ziggs. Yeah, I don't even run this when I go Ziggs or Talia. There are 2-cost cards that summon landmarks. Like the rolling... What's her name? She summons a Rolling Sense. 2 mana, 3/1, the vulnerable. Surfer. I was going to say Subway Surfer. Anyway, that one's a good card. But this one creates one in hand, and we don't really know what kind of landmark it is. So, C tier. Alright, the Carved Blade Twirler. 2 mana, 1/3. Augment and Quick Attack. Stats are... 1/3 is okay. It has Quick Attack and Augment. It can get out of hand with a little bit of investment. 3 HP is very, very strong. Very tanky. Again, this is a card I've never played. Much like the Librarian. But with a little bit of investment, it can get pretty nasty. In a Victor deck, this can get pretty nasty. If the HP was... If it was a 2 mana 1/2, it would drop to... Definitely B tier. But 3 HP is very tanky for a 2 mana. A tier. Conchologist. Manifest a spell from your regions that cost 3 or less. Um, a lot of players grab this card for Bandle City. 2 mana, 2/1. Not the best stats. In fact, very weak for 2. Cost 3 or less. A lot of spells that cost 3 or less are useful. I don't feel right putting it at C, because a lot of the spells can save you, pull you out of a tight spot. I think we keep this at a B tier. Look there, that give +1 when you recall or stun. Wait, what do you mean? I think we keep this at B tier. B tier. Alright. The Dark Bulb Acolyte. When I'm summoned, create a darkness in hand if you don't have one. 2 mana 2/2 augment. You don't really use this card as like a late game buff it with augments and then hit the Nexus. It doesn't really have another keyword. You only play this card with darkness in the darkness deck. B tier. You always grab this in a darkness deck. As soon as you play a darkness, which is probably not immediately because darkness costs 3, you're probably not going to play a darkness turn 2. Well, you can't. B tier, right? 2 mana 2/2. Okay stats. Alright. Fix 'em Upper. The first time you discard a card or damage the enemy Nexus, grant me 2/1. So 2 mana 1/2. Horrible stats. It needs a little bit of investment to get it to 3/3, but it has no keywords. So what is the point? Bad card. Is it F? I'll put it at D. This is our first D card. Only because it becomes a 2 mana 3/3. It has to see, right? The first time you discard a card or damage the Nexus, grants me 2/1. I think it has to see the discard, right? Or damage the Nexus. It has to see this effect before, so it can get the buffs. So D tier. Grandfather Fae. When I'm summoned, create a Hungry Owlcat in hand. When you summon another Fae, granted +1. 2 mana 1/2 bad stats, but this is a backline. Excuse me. I mean, the 2 cost Blade Whirler Augment is like the 2 cost Iona Blade. Oh yeah. True. That one's way stronger though, because all you have to do is stun and recall, and she gets +2. Now I'm thinking, if that one's an A tier, how can this can be an A tier? But this is an Ionia. Well, or sorry, Bandle City. Grandfather Fae. So it is a backline card. You do create a Hungry Owlcat in hand immediately, and then you buff future cards, future Fae cards. Think A tier. You definitely want to get rid of this card before they get too much value. A tier. Good card. The Grotesque Gift. 2 mana 2/2. It has Spirit, so I'm gonna say it's 2/2. The first time an enemy summoned, grant it Gloom. Very annoying card. A tier. Good stats. 2 mana. Well, decent stats. Not amazing. 2 mana 2/2. Just shy of 2/3. But the Granted Gloom is very annoying. It actually stops a lot of, like, if you drop this turn 2, usually they want to drop Akshan turn 2. They don't want to do it. They'd rather pass, drop something else, and then drop Akshan just so he doesn't get the nerf. Very annoying card. A tier. Grumple Slug, 2 mana, 2/3, great stats. Attune, amazing. A tier for sure. In fact, I'd put it all the way over here. I don't know if I'll fix... Maybe at the end of the video, we'll fix everything to, like, what's the strongest A tier, what's the weakest A tier, but we'll see. Depending on how long this takes. We have a lot of cards to go through. The Gust Monk. When I'm summoned, create a Cloud Stance in hand. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a give an ally +2 and then recall it this round. Not a fan of that. A very situational. 2 mana 2/2 is okay stats. I think it's a C. The buff is nice, but then you are recalling something. Very situational. I guess you throw it on Yasuo and Ari card or Ari decks. But the stats are what is dropping it to C tier. The Junk Construct. 2 mana 2/2. Last breath. Plant the Mysterious Portal in the top 4 cards of your deck. B tier. A solid B tier. I think the Construct might be the strongest B tier. Because, you know, it's a blocker. It's going to summon another unit. Somewhere here. I haven't adjusted this to the strongest yet. But it's definitely top. So far, out of all of these, it's the strongest B tier. One of. Kelp Maidens. 2 mana 2/1 elusive. Nexus Strike, create a prank in hand. Very annoying card. Very, very annoying. Especially if they buff it with like a equipments. The Freljord 5/5 Bone Club. This is such an annoying card. A tier. Pranks are so annoying. You have to kill this thing. If this keeps striking the Nexus, you're screwed. You can't play the game. All your hand is revealed. I would probably... Maybe we'll adjust later. Minion, 2 mana 2/1. Bad stats. But it is an infinite unit. I do like the minion. I always grab it when I do Bandle Tree. And yeah, it's as soon as it dies, you get it the next turn in hand. A tier. I like it. The only way to stop it is to obliterate it, and no one's gonna obliterate a 2 mana unit. Okay. Ew! Explorer cards. 2 mana, 1/1. Horrible stats, but it's a tune. Pick an Explorer card, spell and create it in hand. Explorer cards are all very useful, all very annoying. Definitely A tier. Heal the Nexus, disable keywords, destroy a landmark, and ooh, I'm missing one. It's 4, right? There's 4 Explorer cards. Heal the Nexus, disable keywords, destroy a landmark, and I think I'm missing one. Oh yeah, destroy equipment. Thank you, Fedors. Yeah, and destroy equipment. Very annoying. A tier. There are other Explorer cards, but this one is, I think, one of the strongest ones. Puffcap Pup. 2 mana 2/2 with quick attack. Very strong. A tier. Strike, plant 3 poison Puffcaps in enemy deck. Which is just a future deal 3 to the Nexus, basically. Quick attack's fantastic. A tier. Man, we're not even halfway through, are we? Like a third of the way. 2 mana Quick Quill. 2 mana 1/1. This is an attach card. Quick attack, although is annoying, it's not a super strong card, and it's a 1/1. Not really So you're granting basically a unit quick attack and 1/1 for 2 mana. On paper, it sounds pretty good. But it's somewhat, I'm kind of comparing it to the Piltover equipment that's +2 attack and quick attack. I think I put it at B tier. Is it better to give a unit 1/1 and quick attack or 2/0 quick attack? I think it's a high A tier or a high B tier. I don't know if I want to put it at A. High B tier, I think. Quick attacks don't really carry the game. They're annoying, but they don't carry the game. All right. Skip, King of the Reef. 2 mana, 1/2 elusive, great stats. And pick one of 2 non-champion cards from the enemy hand. I capture it. Very annoying card. Somewhat easy to kill. But it's even though it's easy to kill, it does postpone their plays. You also see their hand. Even though they can get the card back, you do know what they have going on. A tier. It's actually one of the strongest A tier, I think. And put him next to Commando, I think. Okay. Let me put Grumble Slug down here, I think. Squeaker, 2 mana, 1/2 augment. Discard 1 to manifest a Mecha Yordle. So, bad stats. It is an augment, but you can't even block fearsomes. Like, you have to play 2 created cards to get it to even block fearsomes. I'm gonna say C tier. You do generate Mecha Yordles. Maybe it's a B tier. I think it's a low B tier. I don't want to put it next to these. Squeaker is very strong with you definitely grab this card with Mecha Yordle decks. Low B tier. Very strong, but the stats are bad. Alright. Stone Stackers. 2 mana, 2/3 impact. Great stats. Also impact. Whoops. Where'd it go? Oh. I think high B tier. Not quite S, or not quite A. High B tier. We have yet to get an S card. Again, there's going to be very few S cards. Like, I can't even see anything right now that's S. But there are S cards in here. You'll just have to watch the whole video and find out. 2 mana, Twisted Catalyzer. 2 mana, 3/2. Good stats. Strike, grant your darkness everywhere, +1 extra damage. Myth the Big Chubby. Welcome, welcome. Great stats. Extra darkness damage is very annoying. This is an 8 card. You have to get rid of this. Otherwise, it gets out of hand. If it was a 2/2, I'd probably drop it to B tier, but it can block fearsomes. Fantastic. A tier. Down here. Okay. So, some of you have noticed, I'm sure, we have a special category. This is where Mecha Yordles go. Because these are special cards you unlock by doing, certain things. I can't really compare Mecha Yordles. It's much like Celestial cards, which are, compared to these, are beyond broken. So we'll put them at special. We might rate them here. I'll put all the Mecha Yordles here, and then rate them from strongest to weakest. But I can't compare this to here because this would be S tier. 2 mana. So let me read this. 2 mana Geode Mecha Forcer. 2 mana 1/4 impact support. Give my supported ally spell shield and 2/2 this round. Unbelievable. Like, so strong. If this was a regular card, immediately S tier. But we have to put it on a special category. Alright. Uncle Milty. 2 mana 2/2 impact. Decent stats. Impact. Grant me 2 spirit once you've completed a story. So completing a story is finishing a whole. It's one chapter. Wait, you know, I've never played this card. Is finishing a story just finishing a whole landmark? Like all the chapters? So that's at least 2 chapters. All the landmarks, story landmarks, are minimum 2 chapters, right? Obviously. I'm not sure. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. But you have to wait at least 2 turns for it to get to 2 mana 4/4 impact, which that's like a century in Runeterra. Years. 2 turns, like, this is gonna die. You're not gonna keep this in. You're not gonna keep this in the back line for 2 turns, and 2 HP is very weak. Like, it's gonna die immediately. I might even put it at D tier. Yeah, I think D tier. Sorry, Uncle. Might change that later, but I think D tier. I might even put the Gus Monk down here. Bomber Twins I'll keep as C. But I think these guys are D tier right now. Okay. Yordle Explorer, 2 mana 2/3. Great stats. When you summon another Yordle, granted +1. A tier. Very strong. Good stats. Grant +1. Another Yordle. There are so many Yordles in the game. And there's a lot of Yordle champions. So this is beautiful. You have to get rid of this. You have to get rid of this. It's definitely strong A. Another Mecha Yordle. The Furry Horn Crasher. 2 mana 3/3. Amazing stats. Impact. Attack. Grant the top 3 allies in your deck 1/1. I definitely think this is stronger. But obviously this is very strong. 2 mana 3/3 is amazing stats. Impact. If it was a grant the top 3 allies in your deck 2/2, then it'd definitely be up here. But 1/1 is, you know, still strong. But this is beautiful. Spell Shield and 2/2. This is very useful even late game. Some tier list action. Yep. I didn't even realize how much Yordle cards are there. Yeah, there's a whole lot of. I think Bandle City has the most champions. Most champions compared to other regions. But someone tell me if I'm wrong. Okay. Yordle Smith, 2 mana 2/2. Attack, give allies with equal or less power than me quick attack this round. Annoying card to deal with. You just have to buff it a little bit, and you get you play this with Poppy, obviously, because she'll buff it. She'll buff on it, but this is a better card than Poppy, sad to say. You just have to buff it a little bit, 2 mana, and then most if not all your units are gonna have quick attack. You have to get rid of this card. It is 2 HP though. Somewhat easy to kill. I would probably go Demacia. Throw Form Up on this. Put it at 4/4. Almost everything's going to have quick attack. Mid A tier. Okay, making progress. Another Mecha Yordle. Bouncer and Bolt. Where's Bolt and where's Bouncer? Is the mech Bouncer and she's Bolt? I don't know. 2 mana, 3/2. Challenger Impact. A little weak on the stats for a Mecha Yordle. It is a Challenger Impact. You just use this to get rid of a card. It's definitely the weakest so far out of the three. This might be the weakest Mecha Yordle, but we'll find out later. All right, Alley or Alley. I don't know how to say this. 3 mana, 2/2. Weak stats, but you can either grant her Spirit, which puts her at 3/3, or grant a unit Gloom. Pretty good card. Very situational. Throw this on Akshan or anything, any unit if you want to just ruin their day. I like it. 3 mana 3/3 impact or 3 mana 2/2 impact and grant a unit Gloom. I think mid A. How does it look list look so far? Most of you agree? 3 mana or Arena Kingpin. 3 mana 4/2 quick attack. The quick attack is annoying. 4 attack is very, very strong for a 3 cost. It is a 2 HP. Definitely not C tier. I think a B tier. It's pretty easy to kill this. But if it's their attack turn and they drop this, you know, you're either you're very easy to kill. Very easy to kill. Turn 3, that's when, like, you know, things start getting crazy. I think mid B tier. Mid B tier. Actually, low B tier, I think. Somewhere there. Can't believe that Yordles is the most popular region. Is it? Like, somehow they're both annoying as while also being useless at the same time. Yordle's useless? Come on, man. Can't say that. Babbling Balladeers. 3 mana 2/4. When I'm summoned, create a Hungry Owlcat in hand. If we're getting to 3 mana and you can't block Fearsomes, then we have a problem. This 3 mana 2/4. The HP is good. Even the Owlcats can't block Fearsomes. I think D. No keywords. Nothing to work with here. If it was summon an Owlcat, then I definitely put it at B tier. But you're creating an Owlcat in hand. Nah, D tier. I'm considering F, but no, it can't be F. The 4 HP is too good to put it at F. Alright. Tell me one good Yordle. Are you kidding me? We'll get there. We'll get there. Alright, I'm assuming you're including champions. Bandle City Mayor. 3 mana 2/3. Wait. Uh-oh. Is this not updated? He's 2/2, isn't he? I think he's 2/2 now. I found this list, by the way, somewhat created. I had to add a few more cards. But I think he's a 2/2. This is outdated. Anyway. 3 mana 2/2 or 2/3, whatever. Bad stats. Not the greatest. But he is a backline unit. You have to get rid of the mayor. Otherwise, you just get so much. They get so much value from reduction. Each round, the first multi-region unit you play costs 1 less, and play Manifest a multi-region follower. You definitely grab this with Bandle Tree. You know the game is dead when the stats are wrong. Well, this was created a long time ago. I think Mayor is a solid. Well, he's definitely A tier, but where in A tier? Because he's a 2/2, I'm pretty sure he's a 2/2. Mid A. If it was a 2/3, he's definitely high A tier. Well, yeah, somewhere here. Okay. Bandle Painter, 3 mana, 2/3. A little weak on the stats, but it is augment. Discard 1 to create a multi-region follower in hand and reduce its cost by 1. Oh, I didn't know this. I've never played this card. Not bad at all. I should add her to the next Bandle Tree deck. I didn't realize she reduces. You can even discard if the Bandle Tree creates a region you already have. You can just discard it and create another one that you might need. Anyway, 3 mana, 2/3. It is augment. Low B tier. You're not gonna get her to 3/3 immediately, most likely. So low B tier. Bildrat? Is that Bildrat? Yeah, Bildrat. Bildrat Rascal. It's weird that it doesn't have Bilgewater in it. Anyway, 3 mana, 3/2. Weak stats. Discard 1 to manifest a Mecha Yordle and grant it Spell Shield. That is very strong. The stats are, you know, somewhat on the weak side, but granting a Mecha Yordle Spell Shield is very annoying. Definitely A tier. Somewhere here, I'd say a little bit on the mid side. Strong card. The Blooming Cultist. How the heck is this Bandle City? It's a flower, dang it. 3 mana, 3/2. Once you've equipped an ally this game, grant me elusive. Very good. It doesn't have to see it, which is great. You just have to equip something at any point in the game, and boom, you have a 3 mana, 3/2 elusive. Great stats. 3 mana for 3 elusive is very strong. Plant Bandle enough, I guess. I don't know if I'd put it at A tier. I think it's a high B. Right? High B. Definitely not A tier. Okay. Chief Nakotak. 3 mana, 2/4. Average stats. Nice and chunky. When an ally transforms, fully heal it and grant it 1/1 and impact. Very strong card. You have to get rid of this. This is like a win con in most transform decks, like Nidari and Nar and other stuff. A tier. Mid A tier. If it was 3 mana, 3/4, I'd put it high A tier, but it can block fearsomes. So it's literally just like a Bandle City Mayor. Almost. It's, you know, different effect, but same concept. Curious Changelings. When an ally follower transforms into another follower, transforming into an exact copy. I've never made a deck with this thing. 3 mana, 2/4. You don't really care about the stats. Although the stats are good, you know, if you can't transform anything that turn, the stats are decent, you know, it's a good blocker. I wonder if it transforms back. It doesn't transform back, huh? Seems like a good card. Is it A tier good? I think it's high B. High B. Excuse me. Might change it to low A later, but I feel like high B. High B. Alright. Ember Monk. 3 mana, 2/3. Quick attack. When you summon another ally, grant me +1. I do like that it's another ally. It's not specific enough. Any ally grants it +1. It is quick attack. The stats are meh, but it is quick attack. High B. This can get pretty out of hand. If you don't kill this within a few turns, they can just throw overwhelm, and then it can be a big problem. If it was a 3/3, I'd put it at A tier, low A tier. Maybe mid A tier. I think B. Again, quick attack can't carry the game, but it can get annoying. High B. Okay. Gleaming Lantern. Each round, the first Fae you play costs 2 less. That is very strong. The stats are great. I haven't checked this card out. I think this are the stats the same? Either way, it's a backline. And even if it isn't a backline card, 3 mana, 3, like it can block fearsomes. You know? Definitely A tier. High A tier, I think. High A tier. Costs 2 less. 2 less. Not 1, 2 less. It's unbelievable. Now you can just drop this. It's each round the first time you play another game. Can you drop... the effect doesn't apply immediately, right? Like, can you drop this and then drop this immediately turn 3? You should, right? Each round the first Fae you play costs 2 less. Yeah. That's amazing. High A. Somewhere here. Okay. Hothead. 3 mana, 3/3 rate stats. Attack. Grant the top champion in your deck 1/1 and a random keyword. Very strong. A tier. You have to kill this. Otherwise, the champion just stacks and becomes very strong. Mid A. Alright. Loping Telescope. 3 mana, 3/2. Play Manifest a Celestial that costs 3 or less. 3 mana, 3/2, great stats. Well, decent stats for a 3 cost. No true S tier yet. Nope, not yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Like, some regions might not have an S tier at all, by the way. Let me just point that out. I reserve S tier for like a special cards. 3 mana, 3/2. Manifest a Celestial that costs 3 or less. Epic or multi-region follower. I like this card. I don't know if I'll put it at A tier because it could manifest something useless. It's definitely high B tier. High B tier. Very strong. Smash and Dash. 3 mana, 4/4. When I'm summoned, grant me 2 impact. One of my favorite Mecha Yordles. Not because of the effect, but because of the voice lines. It's definitely stronger than these two. Is it stronger than that? I don't think so. I think right here. Okay. Mushroom Ring. 3 mana, 2/2, quick attack. When I'm summoned, all round start, give me power this round equal to the number of other Fae allies in play or attached. Give me power this round. So the HP stays at 2. C tier. If it was 3/3, I'd put it at B tier. But 2 HP, 3 mana, weak. Very weak. I've never played this card, and I probably never will. Bomber, I definitely put Bomber Twins ahead of it. Honestly, I kind of want to bump up Bomber Twins up here. I don't know, we'll tweak later. Paparo the Great. 3 mana, 2/2. Bad stats. Play Manifest a Yordle Attack, grant Yordle's allies 1. Wow. Huh. I never read this card. Grant Yordle allies +1. So you're probably just going to get 1 value from this from attack turn. It probably just dies from the first attack because it's 2 HP. But because it's Grant, high B tier. Somewhere here. Like if you got Fizz, Teemo, Tristana all on the board and they all get +1 granted, that's pretty good value. You also manifest the Yordle. That's pretty cool. Definitely high B tier. Okay. Oh no. Pompous Cavalier. This would be such a hype card if the stats weren't garbage. 3 mana 1/1 double attack. Our first double attack. Oh no. It's bad. It's bad, chat. You need to invest so much. I don't want to put it F tier because if you invest a little bit into this, well, sorry, if you invest a lot into it, it can get pretty nasty. It is Demacia, and Demacia does have a lot of buff the HP cards, but 3 mana 1 HP is horrible. But only because it's Demacia, I'm gonna keep it at D. Like you can go Demacia Freljord or something. You throw Bone Club on it, and then it becomes a problem. High D tier. Maybe. This definitely goes up here. Monka Milty here. Yeah. It's somewhat of a high D tier. Swole Scout. 3 mana 2/2. When I'm summoned, grant me +1 for each other Yordle ally you have. So you want a thick board to get some stats on this guy. No keywords. He's just a meathead, literally. Bad card. If you have no Yordles, he's just a 3 mana 2/2. Is he F tier? It's got to be Yordles. Low D tier. Low D tier. Not F, low D tier. Very close to F, by the way. But I mean, there are cases like I guess late game he can get like +3/+3, 3 mana 5/5, but no keywords. Like what the heck are you supposed to do with this thing? You know. Low D tier. The Tea Maker, 3 mana 3/1. When I'm summoned, plant a mysterious portal in the top 4 cards of your deck. So 3 attack is great, 1 HP is bad, but you do plant a portal. It can block fearsomes. Very good. High B. Okay. High B tier. It does what it needs to do. It can block fearsomes and it plants a portal. Okay. Thunderfist. When I'm summoned, if you've summoned Thunderfist this game, transform me into, oh man, I can't even read that. Massa Crashing Thunder. And I think that's a 5/5 impact, right? So you need to summon 2 of these to get a 5/5 impact. 3 mana 3/3 is good stats. Impact, also good. The transformation is okay, like 3 mana 5/5 impact, sure. It doesn't have overwhelm. It's not gonna carry the game. Mid B tier. Definitely not S. Or definitely not A tier. High B. Put it over here. Alright. Wandering Shepherd. 3 mana 2/2. Bad stats, but pick an ally, it improvises. If you don't, I improvise. A lot of the equipments are +2 plus something HP, or +1 +2. You know, a lot of different stats. You can buff another unit, like Braum or anything, give anything Overwhelm or Scout. Very strong card. I think A tier. I almost always grab this in certain decks. Like, well, I mean, I grab this with Jax for sure, because when I play, if I'm going Ionia with Jax, I grab him to buff the Horns of the Dragon and give it Overwhelm or Scout. High A tier or mid A tier. Librarian should be down here or in the mid. Okay, we've made a dent. Wizened Wizard. Holy crap, we're like an hour in almost. Wizened Wizard. 3 mana, 3/2. Round starts, refill 1 spell mana. Bad card. C tier. The idea is that this stays in the back line, so you can keep getting mana refill, but it's a 2 HP. Or you can't even. What are you supposed to do? Just keep it in the back line. 3 mana, refill 1 spell mana. You can't even block with this because it'll just die. Right here. Weaker than Bomber Twins, but better than Mushroom Ring, I think. Might be even a D tier. I think D tier. Hold on. Hold up. I think Mushroom Ring should be down here too. Okay. I kind of feel bad Bomber Twins is down here, or in C tier. Anyway, we'll tweak this later. Mecha Yordle, the Salty Spinner. I think this is the weak. This might be the weakest Mecha Yordle. Salty Spinner. When I'm summoned or round start, grant me +2 HP for each card you've discarded last round. Then shuffle my stats. Actually, it's not the weakest. It is a grant +2 HP, and then the stats are shuffled. It can get pretty nasty. It's a good blocker. 05. 5 HP is very strong. Impact, you can't really do much with that, but the longer the game goes, the more stats it's building up. So it's down here. Okay. Aloof Travelers, we meet again. When I'm summoned, all players 4 mana, 2/3 bad stats. But when I'm summoned, all players draw 1. Then your opponent discards the highest cost card. That just ruins most of decks' win con. Like, they can lose their Asoul, they lose their Scions, all that juicy stuff. Give it all. The 12 mana summon 2 champions, 10/10s. There's a lot of cards that can get discarded. Win cons that are ruined by this card. It's an A tier, even though the stats are bad. The effect is very strong. Mid A tier. Let me take a sip. Been yapping for an hour. I didn't think it would take this long. And we're like somewhat halfway there. Okay. Oh, that's not a Mecha Yordle. Arena, let me put you back here. Arena Prompter, 4 mana, 3/4. Or sorry, 4/3 tough. Great stats. I love the tough. Play discard 1 to manifest a Mecha Yordle and reduce its cost by 1. Good card. It's not as strong as the one that gives spell shield. High B tier. Where is that one? Oh yeah, this one. Definitely not as strong as the Rascal. High B tier. Great blocker too. Banana Blaster. 4 mana, 2/2, horrible stats, deal damage equal to my power to a unit. I've seen people only grab this with concurrent timelines, but nothing else. Bad card, in my opinion. Like, concurrent timelines got nerfed. I don't see how you can play this anywhere else. Like, you have to giga invest in this while it's in hand. Is it F tier? 4 mana, 2/2, deal 2. I think this is another F tier. TBH. I'm gonna keep it at F for now. But it might be a low D. Only because concurrent timelines. With concurrent, it can get pretty... It's basically a vengeance, almost. Well, somewhat. Because you can just transform. There's a lot of good 4-cost units. Okay. Beefcake Mare. 4 mana, 3/4. Stats are okay. I mean, we want 4 mana, we want 4/4 minimum. But Round Start boosts him. So he gets more impact. He doesn't have spirit, so the stats are... I'm thinking of PvE. He doesn't have spirit, so he's only getting the impacts buff. I think he's C tier. If you do give him spirit, though, he can get out of hand. So I don't think C tier is fair. Put him at high, maybe B tier. Mid B tier. He does need a little bit of investment. I know in the Lux deck, the Spirit Lux deck, he can get pretty nasty. I think mid B tier. Okay. It might change later, though. Benamon. Benny Moon. Sounds like a Pokemon. 4 mana, 4/4. Good stats. When I'm summoning, create 2 pranks in hand. 2 pranks is very annoying. Good stats. High B tier. Somewhat mid B tier. Okay. Gruff Grenader. 4 mana, 4/3. Allegiance. Summon a random Yordle follower that costs 3 or less. An Allegiance card. Stats are okay. Summon immediately a random Yordle that costs 3 or less. Pretty good. You can get pretty wide with this. Mid B tier. Because it's Allegiance, you can only go Bandle City. I don't really like running Allegiance unless it's a mono region. So mid B tier. Lecturing Yordle, 4 mana, 3/5. Great stats, very chunky. Attack, create a fleeting poison dart in hand, and that's deal 1 and plant 3 poison puff caps in the enemy deck. Very strong card. I think it's an A tier. Very good at control too. Low, put it at like mid A tier. You definitely have to get rid of this. You don't want to keep eating poison puff caps because they can even hit the Nexus with this. All right, let's go a little faster now. Portal Scholar, 4 mana, 3/4. When I'm summoning, plant a mysterious portal in the top 4 cards of your deck. When you summon an ally, a created ally, granted impact. 4 mana, 3/4. Stats are okay. You definitely want to get rid of this. You don't want the impacts to keep stacking. I'd say mid A tier. Strong card. Okay. Rainbow Fish. 4 mana, 2/1. It is an attached card. With elusive. So you're granting someone elusive and 2/1. Let's see. Four mana, 2/1 elusive. Sorry, my brain's fogging up. I need to take a quick break. We'll take a quick break after this. 4 mana, 2/1 elusive. It's a pretty annoying card. Is it low A tier? It's a strong win con. Maybe mid A tier. Okay. Mid A tier. That feels comfortable. Right. Sorry. This is more exhausting than I thought. Yapping without a break takes quite the toll. Okay. All right. Next up, scholarly format. The scholarly climber, 4 mana, 5/4 spell shield. Good stats. Spell shield. I've seen people actually invest in this card. The stats are good. Spell shield's amazing. With a little bit of investment, this guy can become a force to be reckoned with, but he doesn't have quick attack, so he can't really be a carry. You have to like super invest in him, but he can hit pretty hard without much counter because of the spell shield. So high B tier. All right, Stilted Robe Maker, 4 mana, 3/4. Stats are mid. When I'm summoned, reduce the cost of darkness everywhere by 1. I think put this, obviously you run this in the darkness deck. Where'd I put the other darkness guy? Not A tier. Alright, there he is. Is he better than the Acolyte? I think so. Reducing the costs everywhere is pretty strong. Where's the Catalyzer? Put the Catalyzer A tier, yeah. Because the Catalyzer, you can get the effect more than once. This is only one time. So, mid B tier. Okay. Teeny Dactyl, 4 mana, 4/3. Round end, if you damage the enemy nexus this round, transform me into Pterodactyl, which is a 6/5 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, +2/+2. And then I think it has impact and deal 1 to the enemy nexus every turn. The stats alone are decent. This is definitely an A card. Is it low? I think it's mid A. Mid A. You definitely have to get rid of this. Otherwise, you're dealing like in a Sejuani deck. This card is very annoying. Tenor of Terror. When I'm summoned, if you've played a created card or killed a unit with a spell this game, summon a Base of Burden. 4 mana, 1/3 impact, and I think the other one is a 3/2. Hold on, I'll have to check. Give me one sec. Oh no, sorry. Tenor of Terror lore. Oh. Tenor of Terror. He summons... Okay, a 3/1 with impact. So 1/3 and a 3/1 impact. 2 units, both impact. 1 can block Fearsome. B tier for sure. Mid B tier. Actually, low B tier. Low B tier. The stats aren't amazing. It's just 2 blockers, both with mid stats. Actually, weak stats. Low B tier. Definitely more than her. No, actually low right there. I might even put it at C. I think C tier actually, sorry. Not B, there's no way it's a B tier. 4 mana, 1/3 and a 3/1, 2 impacts. Probably definitely stronger than Bomber Twins. But might fix that later. Tree Sprites, 4 mana, 2/2 Spirit. Play boost all other units. So they have to have impact or Spirit. Or the enemy unit has to have Gloom. So it can do a lot. So it's a 4 mana 3/3. And then boost everything. Pretty strong. I think high B. Somewhere here. Strong effect. Very strong. Yordle Captain, 4 mana 4/4, great stats. When you summon another ally with equal or less power than me, grant it 1/1. Big buff. When you summon another ally. It's an ally too, so it's not even specific to Yordles. Equal or less stats. So anything, any small Yordles champions too will get +1/+1. Very strong. You definitely want to get rid of this strong or high A tier. Okay, Professor Von Mech, 4 mana 3/2 Mecha Yordle. When I'm summoning, create a random 1, 2, and 3 cost follower in hand. This is again another one of the weak ones. And actually put it the weakest so far. 4 mana 3/2 are bad stats. And you're creating followers like that are not even win con-y. So definitely the weakest. Ooh, we got another one. Shadow Tech Walker. Put you right over here. Right here, I think. 4 mana 2/5, elusive and impact. Let me just say, an elusive with 5 HP is ridiculous. Like, that is unbelievably tanky. You're blocking everything that is elusive. Also very hard to kill. And you're basically dealing 3 damage every turn if you attack. Very strong. Actually, I think it's definitely stronger than Smash and Dash. But weaker than the Mecha Forcer. Okay. Right there is good. Living Library. This is a library. When I'm summoned, if one of your traps or boons have activated, or boons has activated this round, draw 1. 5 mana 4/3 elusive. A little bit on the expensive side, but not too bad for an elusive. If one of your traps have activated this round, draw 1. So is a draw engine. B tier, definitely not A. Is it high B? Mid B, I think. Kind of expensive. Mid B. 3 HP is, you know, all it takes is a hate spike and he's done. So you're not getting much draws. Poro Sled. 5 mana 5/5, great stats, impact, attack, summon an attacking random 1 cost Poro. And it's not ephemeral, so you're keeping that 1 cost Poro. Definitely a strong card. Low A. I think low A. Put it right here. Okay. Nice and chunky, great stats. Risu the Silent Storm, 5 mana 1/3. When I'm summoning, summon a storm cloud, and I think it's a 7/3 with 3 impact or something. Let me just verify. The Silent Storm. Yeah, 7/3, 5 mana 7/3. Grant me 3 impact. You have to block that thing, otherwise it's dealing 10 damage to the Nexus. It is 2 units too. It is a B tier. Is it high B? I think it's a mid B. Mid B. Somewhere here. Okay. Safety Inspector, 5 mana, 5/5. Round start, create an inspection passed in hand. And I think it's destroy a landmark to deal 3 to anything. I gotta verify, sorry. Safety Inspector. Round start, create. So it's a round start, create a inspection pass in hand. Destroy an ally landmark to deal 3 to anything. The stats are great. Deal 3 to anything is also very scary. Definitely 8 here. I think low A. Low A tier. Maybe right here. Okay. Shadow. 5 mana, 2/5. Horrible stats. When I'm summoned, draw Vex. I have +1 for each different time you've granted Gloom this game. So Shadow gets the... there's that one spell that grants Gloom to all units. Shadow benefits from that card more than Vex, sadly. So by turn 5, it's probably at 4-5 at least. But late game, it can obviously it scales infinitely with Gloom. It's definitely B. I wouldn't put it at A tier. It does draw Vex, which is sweet. I think it's a solid high B. It's somewhere here, I think. Mostly because it draws Vex. If it didn't draw Vex, it'd be down here. Maybe a C tier, actually. Alright, Spotted Toad. 5 mana, 4/5. Okay, stats. Round end, if you've damaged enemy nexus this round, transform me into Giga Gromp. And I think Giga Gromp... I didn't think I would have to check so many cards. But I haven't played these cards for a long time. Spotted Toad. So Giga Gromp is when I transform, deal 1 to all enemies. 5 mana, 6/7. Great stats. Deal 1 to all enemies. By 5 mana, dealing 1 to all enemies is kind of weak. You're not really clearing the board. If it was deal 2 to all enemies, then that's a different story. So, but the stats are good. Even before it transforms, the stats are good. Mid B, I think. Somewhere here. Trumpeteer, Mecha Yordle, 5 mana, 5/5, amazing stat or great stats. Impact. When I'm summoned, grant other allies 1/1 immediately. Definitely one of the strongest ones up here. It's like a Cythria, but it's an immediate grant. Allies 1/1. High school Cythria. Very strong. Another Mecha Yordle, 5 mana, 6/6. Incredible stats. Attack, summon 2 attacking sand soldiers. Very strong. This card is very annoying. Is it stronger than... It might be up here, actually. The stats are incredible. 2 sand soldiers. And if you have buffed the sand soldier... It is a Shurima card, too. If you've buffed the sand soldiers, they're hitting pretty hard and they need to be blocked. This is a very strong card. For a Mecha Yordle. I think it's up here. I think it's stronger than the Shadow Tech Walker. Okay. Is it better than the Mecha Enforcer? I don't know. This guy gives +2/+2 in the spell shield. I don't think so. No, I like it this way. All right, Arena Mech Caster. We're getting there, chat. We're getting there. We got the champion still. 6 mana, 4/5. Not the best stats. Attack, give other allies +2 this round. Aggro card. I don't usually grab this card, but it's like in aggro decks, you don't want to get to 6 mana. Like the game's over before then. So it kind of contradicts itself. 6 mana is getting expensive. It is expensive. So it makes no sense to grab this with aggro. So honestly, I think it's a C tier. Actually, I think it's a D tier. Now, 5 HP is pretty good. Not amazing for a 6 cost, but it's okay. So I put it like right here. You almost never grab this. Like when do you grab this? You have to attack with the allies too. So D tier. Ava Achiever, 6 mana 4/4. When I'm summoned and or round start plant, 3 poison puff caps in enemy deck. Traps or enemy cards are doubled when activated. Okay, Ava is man. She's not. Is she S tier? Is Ava S tier? You have to get rid of Ava like that at the same turn, otherwise you're done. If it's obviously she's a poison puff cap. I don't know if did I read this? When I'm summoned around start plant, 3 poison puff caps enemy decks. Traps on the enemy cards are doubled when activated. You have to get rid of Ava immediately. Like if Ava survives 2 turns, you're probably dead. Is she our first S tier? The stats are weak, obviously. Like 6 mana 4/4. You obviously want her in the back line. You're never going to block with her, but a lot of times you have to wait till they play her if they want to play her, and then you vengeance or kill it somehow, because you have to kill this. Man, I don't know if it's S. I don't think it's S. I think it's definitely high A. Very strong card. Like, it's a win con by itself. I'm going to keep it at S for now. Only because this card is very, very strong. I'm going to keep it at S for now. Alright. Curious Shellfolk, when you pick a non-champion card from randomly selected options, create a copy in hand and reduce its cost by 1. This is only played by the infinite predicts mushroom thing with Shurima. 6 mana 4/4, bad stats, no keywords. I don't think I've ever played this card. When you pick, hold on, let me read this again. When you pick a non-champion card from random selected options, so it's like Celestials and predicts. Create a copy of it in hand and reduce cost by 1. You can get pretty good value from this. I think mid B tier. It is a backline card. Mid B tier. Okay. Meduli the Gatekeeper. When I'm summoned, plant a chime in the top cards of your deck, then double the boons in your deck. 6 mana 4/6. HP is good. Attack is meh. Boons are doubled. Very strong card in a Mordekaiser Bard deck, obviously. A tier. Low A tier. Because he only is very scary in a Shadow Isle deck. But then again, I mean, she's only scary in Puffcap decks, but you have to kill her. You don't have to kill Meduli. Meduli is a one-time thing. Mid A tier. Actually, low A tier. Low A tier. My brain is fogging up already. let me decide on this. I'll keep him at low A, I think. He is a strong win con. Or not win con, but a strong effect if you have enough chimes in the deck. Low A. Okay. Papercraft Dragon, 6 mana 2/2. Horrible stats, but it is an attached card, double attack. Let's see. Double attack, very scary, especially on overwhelm or elusives. And they're also granted to 2, I think, B tier. It is expensive though. I think mid B tier, maybe low. Low B tier. It's very expensive. Well, not very, but it is expensive to give someone 2/2 and double attack. But you can win the game that way. Yeah, as long as they have spell shield and they have no way to answer you. I think mid B tier or low B tier. Realms Caretaker, 6 mana, 4/5. Each round, the first time one of your traps or boons activate, give allies 1/1 and impact this round. So he's very much like the other card, except stronger. Where is she? Yeah, like her, the Portal Scholar. It's just a Portal Scholar, but better. 4 mana, let me put him right here. 6 mana, 4/5. Stats are mid, but it is a backline unit. Give allies 1/1 and impact this round. It's not a grant. I think B tier. She grants, right? Yeah. Create ally granted impact. He gives 1/1 and impact. The stats are like she has better stats compared to cost. Let's put him at a high B. You definitely don't want him sticking around too long. Okay. Yordle Ranger, 6 mana, 5/5. Scout. The stats are okay. Scout is scary. Attack, grant allies with equal or less power than me, +1 HP. So it's kind of like the Yordle Ranger. Or not, the Scout Ranger girl. I forgot her name. From Demacia. But he grants +1 HP. I think B tier. Strong B tier. High B tier. Okay. Lil Dipper, another Mecha Yordle. Let me put him down. I should stop doing that. Let me read this first. 6 mana, 6/3. Weak HP. Okay attack. Impact. To play me, discard a unit. Last breath, summon an exact copy of the discarded unit. So, I know people grab him for Scion, but other than that, like, not much value. I think I put him right here. I think he's better than Von Mech, but he's definitely weaker than the rest. Okay. Earthshaker, my man. 6 mana, 3/8. Weak attack. But amazing HP. Attack double my power and impact. It has impact too. Very strong card. Like, you have to stop this. I think, well, Earthshaker is definitely stronger than these. Is he better than the Shadow Tech Walker? I don't. He's not stronger than the Mech, I think. Well, he might be actually. But this is pretty aggro. This is just one unit. I think right here. That feels good. Okay. Furious Fluff, 7 mana, 6/6. When I'm summoned, grant other allies that have subtypes 1/1 and impact. All right, we're getting pretty late game. Okay stats. Grant other allies have subtypes in 1/1. Okay, B tier. Late game impact really doesn't. I mean, I guess you can finish the game if you're wide enough with impacts, but it's okay. Maybe right here. High B tier. It's good. It's strong. Maybe mid B tier, actually. Because it is 7 mana. Like, you want to finish the game by now. Mid B tier. Alright. Furious Feyfolk, 7 mana, 5/4. Sorry if I'm slowing down. It's been a while. An hour and a half I think we're in. Furious Feyfolk, 7 mana, 5/4. Quick attack when I'm summoned. If you've dealt damage to the enemy nexus 4 times this game, grant me 4 impact. The stats are weak. 5/4. I don't think the stats are changed. I thought he was stronger than this, but 4 impact on a 4 HP unit, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I think that's a C tier, huh? But this is very easy to kill. And what are you supposed to do with 4 impact late game? Yeah, sorry to say, but this is a C tier. You got another C tier. It's I think it's one of the strongest C tier. Almost there, yeah. Okay. Minity, 7 mana, 6/6. Okay stats. Round end, if you damage the enemy this nexus this round, transform me into the Mega T, which is 8/8 impact, right? Very strong card. Is it S tier? Is the Mega T S tier? You have to kill this thing. You have to kill the Mega T. Otherwise, he just gets out of control, and everything gets transformed. It's everything. Like even if they have spell shield, right? They get transformed into what is it called? The 3/3 that can't block. Minity very strong. Playing with Nar and he was OP. Yeah, very strong card. You have to get rid of this thing. Effect is too strong. Okay. S tier. I think S tier. Because as soon as round starts, you don't have to keep hitting the enemy nexus. It's just round starts, transform the strongest ally into a. Let me actually read for those who don't know what this card does. Minity. So he becomes Mega T, 8/8 impact. Round start, transform the strongest enemy into a 3/3 Minity and silence it. It can't block. Very strong card. You have to get rid of this thing. S tier. Shark Trainer, 7 mana, 6/6. Attune. When allies attack, summon an attacking Shark Tooth. I think that's a 4/2 overwhelm. Not really strong. Like, well, like what's a 4/2 gonna do late game? I think this guy's a B tier. High B tier. I mean, the stats are okay. It is a tune. It's definitely not A tier. I think mid B tier. Mid B tier. Okay. Mirror Mage, 8 mana, 4/7. Stats are bad, but it is a backline unit. When you play a created follower, summon an exact copy. When you play a created spell, copy it onto the same target. She doesn't have spell shield. How much value are you getting out of her? I think she's a B, mid B again. Probably stronger than that. 7 HP is, you know, you can't Death's Grasp this thing. You have to Vengeance it. Maybe high B. A little bit on the high B side. Creative, summon exact copy. High B, right? S tier so accurate so far? I'm glad you think so. I might tweak. We're going to tweak later on, but so far, these two are definitely S tier. Okay. Mr. Arsenal. The Arsenal. When I'm summoned, grant me 8 mana, 9/7. Starts are good. When I'm summoned, grant me a random cure for each allied landmark that was destroyed this game. When you destroy an allied landmark, grant me a random keyword. Arsenal's very strong, and I like the fact that he keeps getting keywords the more you even when he's on play, when he's on the board, he keeps getting keywords the more you destroy. Strong win con. Man, is he another S tier? Mr. Arsenal. Great stats, great effect. Like I said, I base it on stats and cost to stats and cost to effect. Although she has weak stats, the effects are very strong. I'll keep him at S for now. Alright. Portia? I don't know. The peculiar 9 mana 9/9 manifests a Titanic follower and set its cost to 1/1 and it costs 0. The stats are okay, no keywords. And you might get a follower that does nothing. So very like you can get screwed pretty badly with her if you don't find the right cards. Man, maybe low B. Low B, I think. If it was summon it, like you're manifesting, but I guess it does cost 0. Mid B. I'll do mid B. Mid B. Bandle Gunners, 10 mana, 5/5, horrible stats. I cost 1 less for each multi-region you've summoned this game. When I'm summoned, grant me 3 impact. Pathetic. Like, are you kidding me? I know it gets reduced, but how much are you going to reduce it by, really? Man. Is it F tier? I hate to say it, but hold on. It might be D tier. Either low D or F. It works with landmark. This one, the Bandle Gunners, it's multi-region ally you summon this game. And it's only 3 impact, like, come on. Like, let's say you've summoned 5. So she's a 5 mana, 5/5, 3 impact. And that's if you've summoned 5. And she's taking space in your hand. Yeah, low D. I don't even run this with Bandle Tree. Mid D. I'm gonna be generous and throw it at mid D. Fizz. All right, we're at champions. Let's go ahead and throw Fizz at S tier real quick. Fizz S tier, very strong champion. One of the I think the strongest one cost, honestly. He can solo carry games. Elusive unit stops all targeting spells on him. Fizz is I think the scariest one cost in the entire game. Very strong. He can solo carry the game. Very, very strong. The effects are strong. The stats are good. Like, just a little bit of investment. And it's again, even if you invest in him, you can stop all spells that target him. Very strong. S tier. Kenny from the block. 1 mana, 2/1 quick attack. When I'm summoned, create a Mark of the Storm. Did I read his? I didn't read his thing. Sorry. When you play a spell, stop all enemy spells and skills targeting me and give me elusive this round. You've played 6 spells. Also very easy to level up. Effects is amazing. Hey, knock. Kennen, 1 mana, 2/1 quick attack. When I'm summoned, create a Mark of the Storm in hand. You've summoned the same ally 5 times. Very hard to level up. I don't like Kennen. I think he's weak. Very easy to kill. Kennen, unfortunately, you're gonna be like a mid B. B tier or a high B tier maybe. Champions obviously are stronger than by default stronger than followers, but am I comparing him to? We're gonna compare him to followers or in just units in general. I think he's weak regardless. I think he's a low B tier. Summoning the same ally 5 times. Are you sure he's bad? Like 1 mana 2/1. Like okay, he does have quick attack. Oh, sorry, hold on. He does have quick attack, but he's very easy to kill. I keep right clicking so I can see the transform his level up. And then when you attack, he becomes... So when you level up, he's a 3/2 quick attack. And then when you attack or get blocked, you get Mark of the Storms. High B. I'll give him high B. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to put him at mid B. He needs to be specific decks? Yeah, true. I don't like Kennen. I don't like Kennen. I don't even like grabbing him with Ari. Keep up using the ping region. Mid B. Right here. Alright. Teemo. 1 mana, 1/1 elusive. Teemo's definitely stronger than Kennen. He is an A tier. He does need to be stopped, but he is easily killable. Low A. He is pretty easy to level up, though. I'm going to put him at mid A. Very easy to level up. You just need a couple of puff caps. Poison puff cap. Sorry, did I read this? I didn't read this. Nexus Strike, plant 5 poison puff caps on random cards in the enemy deck. So, turn 1, if you do hit the Nexus, you're basically dealing, you know, somewhat 6 damage to the Nexus. In a way. He does need to be stopped. I think Teemo is also one of the strongest 1 costs. High A. High A tier. Okay. Nora. 2 mana 1/2 elusive. Nexus Strike, plant a mysterious portal randomly in the top 4 cards of your deck. You've summoned 6 created allies. And then when she levels up, your followers... I should read... Sorry, I should be reading their level ups. So Teemo becomes, when he levels up, Nexus Strike, double the poison puff caps in the enemy deck. 1 mana 2/2. Also very doubling is unbelievable. Yeah, like if Teemo levels, you definitely don't want him hitting the Nexus anymore. So strong A. And now Nora. I'm pulling this up on my phone. Nora, 2 HP is very strong for elusive. Also A tier. Is she stronger than Teemo? I don't think so. But she's definitely A tier. I put her at mid. Mid A. Mid A. You think Teemo's good with Bone Club? Yeah. Bad investment? No, it's good. I think most elusives like Bone Club. Nora's one of the best units in the game, not even for her flip. Nora is strong, yeah. The thing is, she can level up like just from being in hand. Like she doesn't have to hit the Nexus. And once she's leveled, your Mysterious Portals now summon 4, 5, 6, or 7 cost followers instead. 2 mana, 2, 3. I'll put her right behind Teemo. But I do think Teemo is scarier to deal with. Ruru, 3 mana, 3, 3. Support. My supported ally grows up to 4/4 this round. Hold on, let me go ahead and pull her thing up. Support. Grant my support ally. My support ally grows to 4/4 this round. Allies have supported 3 times. Very easy to level up. 3 mana, 3/3, great stats. And then when she levels up, round start, create a fleeting help picks this round, which either gives someone barrier or an enemy vulnerable this round. Your ally's barrier or the enemy vulnerable this round. And then my support ally grows up to 5/5 this round. Lulu's strong. A tier. Mid A. Not amazing, but decent. If she levels up, she can get pretty out of hand with the vulnerable and the barrier. Mid A. Mid to low A. Tristana. 3 mana, 1/3, bad stats, quick attack, impact. I have 1+1 attack for each multi-region ally you've summoned this game. Let me just pull up her level up. Tristana lore. When you summon a multi-region ally, granted +1. So I've made decks with Tristana that can, like she solo carries the game. She can get to 10 attack very quickly, and then she just OTKs if she has overwhelm with all the impact and overwhelm damage. Her level up, I have +1 for each multi-region ally you summon this game. When you summon a multi-region ally, grant me +1 and impact. Yeah, so very scary unit. She's 3 HP, good stats. She definitely needs time for her to take off. I put her below Lulu. She is A tier, because if you don't stop her, she can get pretty out of hand, but she does die easily. Much like, I mean, but you know, Lulu's a 3/3, but she's a 1/3. Is she stronger than Lulu? I mean, they both do their own thing. What do you guys think? Is she stronger? Would you say she's better than Lulu? Lulu's so much faster. That's true. She does need 5 multi-region allies. I think Lulu is stronger. Lulu, you can actually have her leveled by turn 3 on attack. Tristana, like she probably levels turn 5. So low A tier, I think, is fair. Low A tier. She needs time, but she does give value to. If she's on the board, you're getting value off of her with the +1 multi-region. Yeah, granted +1. Okay, Yumi, 3 mana, 2/1, bad stats, but it's an attached unit. Round start, grant the unit I'm attached to 1/1, otherwise grant me 1/1 instead. Yumi's very strong. She is, man, she's not S tier, or is she? She might be S tier, only because her level up. Let me pull it up real quick. Her level up, round star, grant the unit I'm attached to spell shield and 1/1, otherwise grant me spell shield in hand. She has to see you attack. She has to see you attack 3 times with the unit she's attached to, which is not too bad, right? Like the unit's getting buffed every turn. I think Yumi, man, I don't want to put her S tier. She's definitely high A. I'll put her right above Nora, but below Teemo, because it does take time to level up. But her level up is insane. Like the spell shield, every round start spell shield is very strong, and it's a grant, obviously. Okay, almost there. Ziggs, 3 mana, 3/4. Good stats. Attack, deal 1 to my blocker and to the enemy nexus. You've destroyed 4 allied landmarks this game. Ziggs. Let's see. Pull him up. And then his level up is attack, I deal 2 damage to my blocker and to the enemy nexus. When you destroy an allied landmark, deal 2 to the enemy nexus. Good stats. You've destroyed 4 allied landmarks. This game does take a while. I think he's a B. He's definitely not. He's definitely not A. You don't really solo carry with Ziggs unless you've destroyed a bunch of landmarks, and he can finish the game off. But it takes time. I think he's a high B. Definitely high B. Her passive is also good before level up, but personally wouldn't put her that high. Really? The Yumi? 3 mana grant to 1 and then +1/+1 every turn. I think this is a good spot for her. But everyone's entitled to their opinion. Ziggs high B. I don't think he's A. And I'm kind of tempted to put Tristana high B. High B, I think Tristana, not low A, high B. But is she better than Ziggs? Yeah. I think she's better than Ziggs. Okay. Gnar! 4 mana, 3/3, quick attack. Stats are meh. Sorry, I'm pulling up the thing. Strike, create a Pokestick in hand, or if you have one, reduces cost by 2. Good effect. Round end if you've damaged enemy nexus. Round start if you've damaged enemy nexus. Level up, yeah. So he becomes Mega Gnar, 4 mana, 5/5. Quick attack and overwhelm. When I level up, grant the strongest enemy vulnerable. Grant. Round end if I've seen you attack, if I've seen you start the round with the attack token, transform me back to Gnar. Gnar is a 4 mana, 3 HP. Pretty easy to kill. He's a B. He's definitely weaker than Ziggs. I put him at mid B, I think. Mid B. Gnar's better than he seems. He's pretty easy to kill. He does give us Pokestick. I think mid B. Mid to high B, in my opinion. And I can't believe this guy is above him. I'll tweak this later. But I think he's in a good spot now. Poppy. 4 mana, 3/3. Attack, grant allies with equal or less power than me, 1/1. I've attacked with allies 3 times. Oh, man. Is Poppy F tier? I feel bad because she's adorable. Is Poppy F tier, chat? Oh, let me just pull up her thing. If you can somehow get her to level up, grant allies with equal or less power than me 2/2 and impact. I guess, I mean, you'd have to fully invest in her in defensive spells. The Poppy hate is crazy. I don't hate her. It's just, well, she's not F tier. Okay, I'm not gonna put her F tier, but she's definitely D tier. I've seen you counter her so hard. She's very hard to level up, but you can at least get an attack off and grant allies +1/+1. It's okay. I feel like champions should have their separate tier list. Should champions have their separate tier list? Like, obviously she's better than the Tenor of Terror. Maybe champions should have their separate tier list. Maybe I'll make a tier list for champions only. Because this is not fair for Poppy. She's not weaker than Bomber Twins. But compared to other champions, she's F tier compared to other champions. I'm only not putting her at F because she is better than these guys. So we'll stop here. I'm not gonna finish. I'm not gonna finish the rest. I'm not gonna finish the rest. We'll stop here. We'll do champions tier list later. 4 left. Finish up. Okay, I'll finish up. Fine, I'll finish up. And but this is the champions are unfair, in an unfair spot. But maybe it'll give you guys an idea of how I feel. I'll put her at high D, only compared to these. Fine, mid C. Ugh, it doesn't feel right. Anyway, Rumble. 4 mana 5/4. Discard up to 3 cards to grant allied rumbles everywhere impact for the first, quick attack for the second, and spell shield for the third. Rumble is very strong. Let me pull up his thing again. On level up, when you deal damage to enemy nexus, create a random Mecha Yordle in hand, or if you don't have one, grant all Mecha Yordles in hand 1/1 and reduce their cost by 1. 4 mana 6/5. Rumble is the strongest for cost. Rumble is the strongest for cost in the entire game. But he has to be played with a discard. You're discarding 3 cards, which is a big punishment. But there are discard decks you can run with him. Is he S tier? I don't think so. Might be. Again, this feels weird. Like the champion placements feels weird, but is he better than Teemo? He's definitely better than Teemo, but he is weaker than Fizz in my opinion. Maybe not. I'll put him at S tier. Rumble is very hard to get rid of. I'll put him at S tier. We do like some Rumble. Veigar, 4 mana 1/4. I don't want the first video to include champions. I think I'm gonna cut the champion part out. Anyway, let's finish up. Veigar, 4 mana 1/4. When I'm summoning, create a darkness in hand. If you don't have one, round start, create a darkness. Grant your darkness 1 extra damage everywhere. You've dealt 12 damage to the with darkness. 4 mana 1/4. Horrible stats. Good okay HP. I think Veigar is here. He's a mid B. He's very hard to level up. Takes a while. Mid B tier. We're gonna go through this quickly. I think I put him at mid B tier. Vex, 4 mana 5/4. Oh yeah, and then Veigar level up is Grand Overseer Veigar. When I'm summoned a round start, create a darkness in hand. If you don't have one round start, grant your darkness ever 1 extra damage, and you can darkness anything. Darn, my homies hate darkness. Yeah, darkness is annoying. But he takes so much time to take off. Alright, Vex. 4 mana 5/4, great stats. Fearsome. Attack, grant the strongest enemy Gloom. You've granted Gloom 5 different times. Pretty strong. Definitely stronger than Veigar. Is she better than Tristan and Ziggs? I think so. The stats are good. Grant the strongest enemy Gloom. The thing is, like, I don't solo carry games with Vex. But I haven't really... I don't really like her... I don't really play Vex much, but I guess you can make decks with her that she's a big problem. Only because the stats are really strong and the attack grant the strongest enemy Gloom. You've granted Gloom 5 different times. It's not too hard to level her. You think maybe put the champs in the top tier that they're at? I don't know. I'm kind of blazing through this. We'll make a separate video for champions for sure. Because champions aren't, and champions don't belong here. Like I put special categories for these. So champions definitely they're a separate category. Should I just make one? Should we just make one? Yes. I make another special. Okay, that seems fair. Okay, hold on. Let me zoom out. Okay. Special champions. Okay, that seems fair. Wait, what? Oh, dang it. Okay, hold on. I didn't add. I just changed the thing. It was white, right? Add row below. There we go. Special 2.0. Special champions. Okay. Alright, this feels better. Alright, let's grab everyone. Fizz. Definitely the best. Oh yeah, let's zoom back in. Okay. Then we got Rumble. I'll just arrange them from strongest to weakest. Call it champs. Okay. And then, let's see. Teemo. Oh. Nora. And then Yumi's up here, yeah. Yumi. Vex, Tristana, okay. Okay, I think that's all of them, right? Hold on, let me go up here. I think that, oh yeah, Lulu. A tier, so she was below these guys. Nora was A tier. Vex. I put Lulu at A tier, right? Or was she B tier? No, was Lulu B tier? I think she was B tier, huh? Is that everyone? Oh yeah, Poppy. Way down here. She was B, okay. And these guys are A. Jaime. That's everyone, right? Oh yeah, Veigar. B tier. So right, it's about less than Lulu. Oh yeah, Kenny from the block. Where is he? Put him at B tier. Oh, there he is. Ken is definitely weaker than Veigar and Lulu. I'll put him right there. Okay, that's everyone. Jaime, 5 mana, 2/5. Good suggestion, chat. Thank you for that. Saved. Actually saved. Let me pull up his thing. Jaime, 5 mana, 2/4. Horrible stats. When you play a spell, create a fleeting turret in hand with equal cost. It costs 0. When you summon 12 power of tech allies. He needs time. A lot of time. Like turn 5, you're dropping him and hoping he survives. Unless you have Black Shield, then you're like... Black Shield, I think, is the best item for Jaime. He's not below Poppy. Let me just... Hold on. I'll just put him right here for now. He's not below Poppy. Like, turn 6 is when he starts, you know, somewhat taking off. But you gotta keep him alive. 4 HP is not incredible. But turn 5, they have access to Vengeance and Death's Grasp and all that stuff. Anytime. Thank you. I think he's a... I think right there. Is he better than Veigar? I think so. Is he better than Lulu? Definitely not. Okay, this feels good. Okay, let's verify everything. Is the zoom at 300? Okay. S tiers. Ava, Minity, and Arsenal. I like that. Is Arsenal S tier? These two are for sure S tier. I think Arsenal is a high A tier. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I can put him at S tier because he can't really. It's not like he can finish the game off. So you're playing with Jace, who was very good. Yeah, Jaime, right? Yeah, but he needs time. He's pretty vulnerable. I think you have to go Shadow Owl or Targon just to make sure he stays alive. We'll get to him later. So Arsenal may be high A tier, I think. I don't think he deserves an S tier spot. He's not that incredible. He is in fact only hitting for 9 damage. It's not like you can get double attack as a keyword. That's not allowed. High A tier. I don't think he's S tier. These two are for sure S tier. Very scary cards. Okay. He straight up wins. You could, like, if you've damaged the Nexus low enough, and he has to hit elusive or over. If it's overwhelmed, you're not really gonna break through much because it's late game. You definitely need elusive on him or lifesteal to maybe keep yourself in the game. High A tier. Okay, let's finish this off. Everything here looks pretty good. We're 2 hours in. Let's finish up here. I'm not gonna tweak this. I think the next tier list video will adjust as we place the cards if they're stronger or weaker than the next card. But for now, S tier looks good. A tier. Rainbow Fish. I think this belongs in B tier. It's not really giving you spell shield. I think Rainbow Fish is mid B tier. Okay. This does need investment. Low A. Actually, no. This feels like a high B. Maybe a mid B, honestly. Looking back at this, I mean, it does need investment to take off. Mid B. I would put Aloof higher. That card is so annoying. Also Explorer just for being Explorer. Aloof is where? Is it A tier? Is it B tier? We'll get to it later. Okay. Yep. Oh, there it is. You think Aloof is higher? I mean, if the stats were better, I'd put it higher, but it is a 2-3. I mean, it's not even a unit at this point, but the effect is what's carrying it. Explorer. I'd put the Explorer up here. That's fair. I can put the Explorer high A, actually. This specific Explorer card's high A. It is a tune. 1 mana, or 2 mana, 1/1 a tune. So. Everything else looks pretty good. Let's go to B tier. Yup. I don't feel like I've never played this card and I'm putting it at high B. But the effect is decent. I think it's mid B. Okay, some monk action, shadow. No. Oh crap, Nar! Nar, what you doing here? So he's a B tier. Okay, Nar, I'd put him. I think he's weaker than Lulu, but definitely better than Jaime. Okay, right there. There's the perfect place here. There, definitely there. Weaker than Lulu, stronger than Jaime. Okay. And yep. Fluff, Spotted Toad, Tea Maker. And this is a library. Stone Stackers, Patricia. 1-1 quick attack. Okay. Low B maybe. Now I'll keep it at mid. Some Charmander action. Okay. C tiers. Yeah, these guys aren't really doing much. I think this one belongs... I want to put it at low B. I don't think it deserves a C. Low B. Okay. C tier cards. I might steal this idea for stream. I hope this does well. Bad card. Well, not bad, but like it's not really doing much. 7 mana, 5/4 bad stats. Grant me 4 impact. Not doing much. It's late game. Gust Monk. Caster. Also, you like this is an aggro card and it's turn 6, so you're never gonna play this with aggro. So you're not gonna play this. Cavalier needs Giga investment. So I hate putting him here, but it is a bad card.
PFFF.
Uncle Milty, yeah. Everything here is. And then Yordle Newbie is the only F tier card. Is that right? Man. Is that right? Is Yordle Newbie the only F tier card? Maybe Fix Some Uppers should be placed down here too. I think this is an F tier too. Both of these. The Blaster, only because the concurrent timeline exists. Swole Scout, grant me. Once first time you discarded, there's I can't put it F tier, but I'll put it down here. Okay. And then these look good, and that's our champions. Okay, that is it for Bandle City. 2 hours in. Yikes! I didn't think it would take this long. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree, and why. Thank you for watching. Take care.